Alright, stream number 17. I decided today I'm going to work on some 3D modeling. Not what I thought I'd work on yesterday. But, so, comparing what I made so far with the Corn keyboard, I actually don't have it with me right now. In addition to the circuit board that these switches rest on, there's another board you're supposed to have on top of that, like 5 millimeters off of it. And let's pull up that data sheet for the Cherry MX switch. So they show it like this, that you'd have a frame. They say metal frame, but I think we can just 3D print it out of plastic and have it rest that height, 0.197 inches, which is 5 millimeters. So 5 millimeters from the top of the PCB to the top of the plate or metal frame. And then the thickness of this about 2 millimeters. So what I intend to do today is designing in Blender a plate that would roughly fit like this, fit like that, with holes for where the switches are in the correct places, and then 3D print that. Stream is going okay? Okay. So right before the stream, I spent a little bit of time making sure I have Blender downloaded and I have some idea of what I'm doing. So here we go. So I guess the first thing we want to do is take our cube that we always start with and squash it down to 2 millimeters. Actually, I want to make sure that the units are correct. How do we make sure that the units are correct? Would that be under preferences, like the units? I have no idea, actually. Units, here we go. Oh, that's limits, not units. I just can't read. I actually don't know how to set units here. Maybe the first thing I do is look up how to set units in Blender. Blender units. How to change my unit of measurement in Blender. Here we go. Blender unit most closely resembles metric meters in terms of actual size. You'll open up, you see which unit is. Wait, where does it say that? Looking at the values for, okay. Property scenes units, and you'll see the current option. Properties scenes units. This is the properties, right? Output properties, the layer, scene properties, units. Okay, here we go. Metric, unit scale. Scale used in converting between Blender units and dimensions. Working at microscopic or astronomical scale, a small or large unit scale respectively can be used to avoid numerical precision problems. So length, let's set to length in millimeters. Okay, so unit scale 1.0. Well, but I set it to millimeters, right? Okay, so yeah, going back to the object properties. Let's scale Z down to, well, up to 2 millimeters. And here's where I need to get the dimensions roughly correct, right? So let's measure. Horizontal. Let's have the plate go all the way to the end of the board. So if I'm looking, let's do the one on the left first. All the way to the end of the board would be here, and then all the way, let's say halfway. Let's go halfway to the controller board, so roughly there. All the way to the end of the board, which would be right here. So that's 40. Wow, that's an odd number. Let's say 47.6. So scale 47.6. Wrong dimension. Actually, that is the correct dimension. Hey there, Sarian. How are you doing? Okay, and then what's the Y scale going to be? Let's just do the whole height of the board. So from here down to there. Let's just round it down to 71. Okay, and then so there's our plate. Well, pretty good. I am well, thank you very much. So yeah, today I'm designing the plate that's going to fit over the switches, as the data sheet indicates. They say metal frame without pins, so that's like right here. And it basically holds the switches in place, right? So it's got to like sit over the board, roughly this shape, right? It'll have that shape. Like that. So it's going to be a 3D printed plastic plate with 6 holes in it. You're having difficulty typing numbers and symbols, and it's my fault. What? Are you using a custom keyboard with no numbers and symbols? And did you switch your keyboard layout to Colmac, and now did I inspire you to change your keyboard layout? How come this isn't centered right? Oh, wait, no, that's a light. We don't need a light, right? Or if let's grab the light and put it like way out here. Where's the camera, by the way? It's sitting there, microscopic. Let's move it. I'm not too good with Blender shortcuts yet. Actually, out of curiosity, what does this look like? It looks like nothing. Okay, then. I don't want to close Blender itself. Do I just hit X here? Shoot. How do I get back to where I was? Oh, that is a separate window. Alright. Don't know if I need to keep this camera and light around. I probably don't. What if I just delete the camera and the light? Let's rename cube to plate. Alright. So, mostly I want to measure the dimensions like... But this is a 14 millimeters by 14 millimeters hole. And I want to put that... Let's just measure the Y first. So, from here... Hey there, Anano. How are you doing? You may have gotten a corn keyboard. You just stick with the Dvorak though for the letter layout. So yeah, if you're having difficulty with letters and symbols, that's because you haven't gotten used to the layer switching on the thumb keys yet. Okay, so the silk screen is roughly where the switch is, give or take. Actually, I really want to measure the silk screen because if we know it's 14 millimeter, okay, so it's if we measure the inside of the silk screen, what is it? It's 14.08, or let's just say 14.1. It's 0.1 millimeters in, so I should really measure into half 0.05 millimeters. Start doing the RLTK roguelike tutorial to force you to get used to typing symbols. Huh. I use monkey type to practice. I think they have a code mode. Okay, anyway, so if we're measuring like down to the inside of the silk screen, and then adding 0.05, so that'd be like roughly 7.55 millimeters down. And then how far to the end? in here, right? So X of 5. So 5, I should have written the other number down. It's 5 by 7.55, I think. Something like that. Actually, I guess I could just measure from here down to here. Let's say 5.1 by 7.6. All right, so here's where it gets tricky. How do I translate? There we go. I'm not good with camera shortcuts yet. It would be like view, right? Not from this window. View from up here. Right here. Cameras. Well, viewpoint. Top. There we go. Ah! I just screwed it up. All right. How do I cut exactly in here? Went with the Sofie before, planning to get a corn. The corn keyboard is pretty nice. Yeah, Sarian likes it too? Yeah. It's not as small as this 12 key keyboard. I can set a cursor location, right? How do I... Oh, it's this one, right? Cursor. Aha. And it tells me... I can tell where the cursor is. It's not showing me where the cursor is. How do I see where the cursor is? I don't know. Snap to cursor to... It's cursor to grid. I wish I knew more about Blender. Because I need to go down to here. 5.1 to 7.5. How do I, like, see the cursor coordinates? Look it up. Show cursor coordinates. Okay, there should be a 3D cursor. How come I don't see it? To open the Properties tab, you can use the N key in 3D. So there should be a 3D cursor view. A cursor that just shows it, right? It's here somewhere. Wait. Statistics? Origins all? Nope. Let's turn on all the gizmos. Nope. What do these buttons do? Volume. I'll figure this out at some point. Let's transform options. I actually don't need this view here. Let's just delete this one. There we go. Thinking about the core and chalk switches, that's what Adam's using. That's great for low profile. These ones are the Cherry MX switches. This is a white one. I'm going with that for mine. Just because they feel like more normal. Visibility. So where's this supposed to show that? Under transform, okay. Location, rotation, scale, dimensions, and then it's supposed to show view and 3D cursor. Move, rotate, scale, transform, and yeah, none of that changes. There are just too many options in Blender, you know? Too many options. I don't know what I'm doing. Different. I think it is a different Blender version. Either that, or there's something I needed to turn on. Okay, let's go back and Blender show cursor coordinates. Close the wrong tab. That's not Blender. That's something else. That's like the game, the physics engine or game engine or something. Cursor. 3D cursor. Three D cursor panel. It says that there should be a 3D cursor panel. Oh, wait. Found it. Oh, shoot. These are totally too big. Yeah. I need to scale my object way the heck down, don't I? Shoot. So What if I just apply? There's a way to apply transform, right? Is it tab and then... No. Was it like... There was a way to apply the transform. What was it? Was it object transform apply move apply scale? Okay, I did it. So then now I just want to scale it all by 0.001, right? All right, and then I need to viewpoint top. Duh, I rotated my camera again. Okay, there's our plate again. Put the cursor there. Okay, cool. So negative 47 by 70. Negative 70. That's not right, is it? Hold on. Wait. Where the heck am I now? Where am I? Where's my object? I'm so confused. Okay, there it is. Wait, when I right click, it just vanishes. Why is it vanishing when I... Is it just so tiny? What the heck? Okay. Let's put it on the origin. And then why is it vanishing when I'm clicking like that? I don't understand this. So confused. Might be switching from orthogonal perspective and the camera's a fair distance away. Probably right. I think that's what it is. We'll figure it out eventually. Eventually I'll figure this out. Is it that I need to get the camera closer? How do I see where the camera is? Struggling with like basic stuff, it's fairly frustrating. What does that even say? Local camera? Okay, let's see. View, viewpoint, camera, view, top. Looks like the focal point of the camera is on the object. Was there a way to just like view it? Wasn't it like dot or something? No. I'm so inept at this. Okay, we're getting there. My grid is super tiny. Okay, do I have this off by a factor of 2 still? I think I do. Ah. Item. Yeah, it's off by a factor 2, so let me scale it. Well, let's, object, apply, alt transform, and then let me scale it down by half. Right. Object, apply, alt transforms. Okay. I think one problem is my grid is too big. Okay. I can't get closer than that. Why can't I get closer? This has to do with the view focal length. I don't know what to set for this. Like what, 500? Okay, that helped. View, align view, view selected. View select, center view on, oh, line camera view to selected. No active camera. Yeah, that didn't quite work. It almost worked. Wait, view, align view. The center view to cursor. There we go. Let's put the cursor. So frustrating. I just want to put the cursor on there. Can I do that, please? I put the cursor right there. It won't let me. It won't let me get it closer than this stupid ring. Okay, view, align view. There we go. All right. Hey, look at that. Making progress. I think I need to adjust my grid to be much smaller. The object item. Well, the dimensions are correct now. So 47 millimeter, 47.6 by 71 by 2. Let me change the units of the scene. That's what I did to start with. I went to the scene and set the length in millimeters. Unit that will use to display length values, millimeters. I mean, it says for unit scale, you should use smaller ones. Should I set this to 0.001? What did that actually do, though? I don't know what that is actually doing, other than it's making those lines fatter for some reason. I need to fix the grid. I forget, where is it? Is that under edit preferences interface somewhere here? Display, resolution, scale, what is that? No, not that. I don't know. I don't think it's here, actually. Unless it's this thing. Nope. Units metric. I don't know what to put for unit scale. Display units in pairs. I don't know what that means. Is it not seen? Is it view layer? Nope. Render properties? I don't know where this stuff is. World properties? Scene world, sir. Viewport display, volume, no. I don't know where I'm looking. I see Anon. Oh. Okay, I obviously have a lot to learn. Why do I have two windows here? Blender. Grid properties. Grid options. Display subsection, view properties. I don't know. Is it this one? View? There's where we found the cursor location. Right, and I can center it like that. I'll figure this out eventually. I just gotta keep going. Don't give up. Alright. Yeah, this is an old version of Blender, right? Active tool and workspace settings. Scene. So grid doesn't show up in any of these. Huh. Okay. Help. Overlays menu. Okay. Top right of the 3D view. I don't see that at all. Oh, it's one of these? View. Okay, here we go. Guides, floor scale. Okay, so this should be 0.001. Did it. Okay. So those are in what, millimeters? And then I want subdivisions. That didn't quite work, did it? Or maybe it did if I didn't just zoom in far enough. Okay, I think those are millimeters, right? I set it to like centimeters. I mean, not centimeters. Yes, centimeters, right? Then that makes sense. Where's it showing those subdivisions, though? Okay, is it that? I don't know. I don't know what subdivisions is actually doing. This is making sense to me. Anyway. Can I edit it and go to a single vertex and click it? And then move the cursor there? How do I do that? View. Cursor. Okay. It's so frustrating that I don't know how to use this damn thing. It's not select. It's not view. Is it align view? Center view. Center cursor. Wasn't quite right. Ah, damn. I want to know the hotkey to put the cursor on the selected item. Blender, move cursor to selected. How do you do that? Shift S. Ah, thank you. Cursor to selected. There we go. And then there should be a... Actually, is it S again? How do I center the view to the cursor again? Cursor to selected. Okay, and then view. It was like align view. So it's Shift C. No. That didn't do what I wanted at all. View. Align view. Center view to cursor. Okay, I need a hotkey for that. Man, this is so hard. Okay. We're gonna put the first one there, right? Yeah, I just need to remember that. Okay, I need to add 7.6 to this. All right, and then add, oh, wait. I did that wrong. Add 7.6 to this, to this one. There. And then 5.2 to this one. Okay, so that's where that first hole is, so then... What was that hotkey again? Well, there's no hotkey to that. Center view to cursor, there's no hotkey for it. Alright, here's the tricky point. I want to add to this face, so that would be edit mode. Like, actually, wouldn't it just be add, wouldn't it just be vertex add? Add vertex, vertex. If I just want to add a vertex here, and then... Yeah, I don't know how to do this. More searching. How to add a vertex? Right clicking? Okay. Oh. Thank you for following, even though I suck at Blender. Hopefully I get better at this as I go along. Is that what I want? Split? Split off selected geometry from connected unselected geometry. No, I want to do the opposite of dissolve. I want to actually add a vertex here. Is it subdivide? That's the selected edge. What I want to do is just poke a hole here. Can I poke a hole in something? Maybe it's under mesh. What I want to do is, like, where I have the cursor, I want to put a vertex there on the face that I'm on. Do I have to select a... Oh, wait, what's this? Extrude, insert, bevel, loop, cut. I mean, I guess I can just add a cut here and then just align it. Sure, so how would I do that? Let's see what loop cut does. Loop cut didn't do anything. Probably because I have to pick an edge or a face. Let's pick this face. Oh. Oh, I moved the cursor. Dang it. I'll have to... Shoot. I lost the cursor. That's okay. Edit mode. Select this... How come it won't let me select that face so very easily? Oh, is it still cutting? I don't want to cut. Shoot. I don't want to cut at all. I want to do that. Wait a minute. Did it already cut? It already did. Alright, there we go. I selected that face. Why don't I just do this? Really ugly. What does that actually do? I don't know what that did. That didn't do anything. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, to enter to confirm. Oh, okay, that did something. Aha. Whoa. Okay, I did that. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Interesting. I cut into it that way. Huh. I really want to just cut it out. Cut. Spin. Polybuild. Knife. Can I just delete? Oh, that was interesting. Home. Centered it. Interesting. What is that marker there? I don't know what that marker is. Can I just delete? Dissolve face? Delete face. Oh. I think I cut a hole in it. Yeah, but I want to, I really wanted to cut all the way through. Okay, so then let me say undo. Oh man, this is hard. I don't know what I'm doing. What if I just type in to a search exactly what I'm looking for? Blender, cut hole in object. 3 is to cut holes in objects. I won't have to watch a video though. So add a cube, select 2 faces, select 2 interfaces. What? Bridge edge loops? Oh, here we go. Boolean modifier. Let's use the intersection between objects to add, subtract, or so I can do a like Boolean modifier to cut. So like I could add another sphere, or I mean I can add another cube. So hold on. Go back to object mode. All right, so add a cube. There we go. Where we're gonna put it. Why has it got this bizarre rotation? I don't know. Actually, I can make the dimensions exactly what I want, which is not the cursor. I want the item. Scale should be 14 by 14. Wait. No, 14 by 14 by 2. Well, by 4, that way we'll cut it correctly. Okay, cool. So then I can like move it to where I want it to go. That's actually a better way to do it. And I'll just do a Boolean modifier. So I want it to be, let's pick this one. It's hard to do math in my head. What would be really nice is if I could just, wait. All right. Why? How come it's okay? X and Y, right? Okay, I want the viewpoint to be always top. Okay. Try really hard not to rotate the camera. Grab it along the X. Grab Y. What's its position? It's going to be the center point, right? So it should be like Y of 35. Yeah, okay. Half of 42.6 is 23.8. Negative 23.8. Okay. And then I want to add 7 to it. This subtracts 7. All right. I'm off a little bit on the Y. 35.5. Minus 7. There we go. Okay, and then I want to move it exactly 5.2 over. And then move it down by 7.6. All right. And then I want the Z to be exactly 0. Okay, so if there we go. That's where I want the hole to go. So now I got to figure out how to do this silly Boolean modifier. I think I just go to modifiers here, right? Modifiers, add a modifier. I want a Boolean modifier. Where is that? Boolean. Difference from cube. And then I do apply, don't I? How do I apply modifiers? We're getting there. We're getting there. I just need to figure out how to apply modifiers. Would that be under object, apply modifiers? Location, scale. Or object modifiers apply, maybe? Nope. It's here somewhere, isn't it? What's this solver option? Self-intersections, high tolerance? That's not it. Okay, we're gonna look this up then. Blender apply modifier. How to apply modifiers in Blender. Apply a modifier by clicking it so that the outline becomes blue, then press Control A to apply it. Ooh, magical. Okay, cool. So then I have a hole now. So I can grab that and move it out. Oh, check it out. I got a hole. And it's probably where I wanted it to be. Okay, but I can use this cube's position to exactly place it, right? So the item is exactly there, and we can measure how far over we want it to go now. So basically from one corner to the next. Measure from there to there. So 22.1. Let me measure it more precisely. So let's say this inside corner to this inside corner. So 22.1 over. So add 22.1 plus 22.1 over there. And then again, I go to this object, modifiers, which was one of these. This one. Add modifier, Boolean, difference from the cube, Control A. Look at that. It was working. Okay, now I gotta move it down by how much? Let's find out. From this corner, close enough, to this corner. So down 22.61 minus 22.61 there. Okay, so this Boolean modifier apply. Cool. And then if I remembered, which I don't, I could just subtract on the X again, but I don't remember that because I suck. So I'm going to measure it again. 22.1. Okay, yeah, that's right. So minus 22.1. Add Boolean modifier, apply. All right, getting there. Select the cube again. How far are we moving down this time? (22.36) minus 22.36. Plate. Add modifier. Boolean. Cube. Apply. Cube. Shouldn't call it cube. I should call it like cutter or something. Over to here. 22.1. Add 22.1. Plate. Add Boolean modifier. Cube. Apply. Oh, I did it. I should save this. I'm just going to save my project before I lose everything. So save as, let's go to the D drive, projects, rusty keyboard. I don't know. Should I probably make a folder here, right? New directory called models or something. 3D. Just models. And then models, what are we going to call it? Like plate? Left? Save Blender file. Okay, cool. So this is the plate to print for the left-hand side keyboard. I got to do the right. Unfortunately, I didn't mirror that exactly. Actually, maybe I did. I can't remember, though. If I mirrored it exactly, then when I print the left, it should fit the right. Used to use Blender a lot. I used to use Blender a little, but I've forgotten almost everything. So I've been struggling for the last, I don't know how long I've been streaming. Last hour. I've been struggling for the last hour to use this thing, but I think I got it to where I use this little squashed, this little, what do you call it when you take a cube and you squash it down? I use it as sort of like a something to make holes in the plate that I'm going to put over my keyboard that you see here to fit the switches in place. Looks like there's more distance up here than down here. Is that right? Yeah, actually it is the case, isn't it? Yeah, all right. When I look at it, yeah, there actually is more space there. Okay. Yeah, I guess the next step is for me to print that and see what I get, right? So I have a 3D printer in the garage. I can't stream printing it, but I guess I can stream slicing this. So hold on. Let's delete our cube friend. We can get him back, right? Just delete him for now. And then save. I think the way I did this before is I had exported to STL and then imported that into the slicer program I have. So let's do that. Plate left, STL, export STL. Okay, and then I haven't updated this in forever, but the slicer program. Let's see what it does. And I had it configured, like I had an INI file, which I should probably check into my Git repository. So this matches the dimensions of my printer. So let's load an STL file. Projects, rusty keyboard, models, plate STL. Okay. Something tells me I have the dimensions way off on this. Do I need to scale it maybe up by 1,000? Is this inches? I can't tell. Let's scale it. Forget how, oh, scale. Scale by 10,000%. That still looks tiny. That can't be right. I need to scale it even more? 10 times larger? That's looking better. That's looking better. So I had to scale it by... Yeah, okay, so that's right. 1,000 times. So then if I had used the normal units in Blender, it probably would have come out to be correct. I think this is in millimeters, which is correct. 47 by 71 by 2. Actually, when we see what it looks like in the layers, it should be what? Maybe 10? If I think the filament size is 1/4 millimeter, so if it's 2 millimeters, that would be 8 layers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's exactly 8 layers. So there we go. This is how it's going to slice it. I'd like to try this out and see what I get, but I can't show this on stream. I can print it, and then next stream you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, what was the button to actually have it? Okay, export G-code, right? That's right. So, I don't know why it adds this in front. Let's just call it plate left.gcode. Save it, and then I'll have to send that over to my 3D printer in the garage and actually print it and see what it looks like. Theoretically, if I did this right, I should be able to just flip it upside down and it should work on the right hand side too. So I should be able to like print 2 of them. And it should be close enough. I think these are a little off from each other, but I think they're all off by the same amount. Well, except for this one. Well, if it doesn't look, if it doesn't fit the right-hand side, I'll just adjust the one I have to fit the other one. Okay. I think this is looking pretty good. Used filament, 171 centimeters. Is that... I'm guessing this is millimeters. This is better be millimeters, right? That looks to me like on the scale of how big the printer bed. If that's how big the printer bed is, then that looks like around, like roughly the correct order of magnitude and dimensions. What is this 2D showing me? What are that? What's that? What is this? What are these little things on the sides? Like, that's not in the layers at all. There's this, what do they call it, a skirt or something? It'll be under settings. Skirt and brim, right? There's a 6 millimeter skirt away from it. Oh, I accidentally closed it. Let's open it again. I think the last time I updated Slicer, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I wonder if I'm afraid of updating it and then get like not understanding how to use it. Having to figure it out again. Let's open it again. Yeah, and then we have to scale it, right? By 3 zeros. 3 orders of magnitude. Yeah, and then that looks good. Okay, layers. Yeah, what is that shape there? What are we seeing on... What is this 2D showing me? I mean, preview looks correct. Gonna build it up very simple. But what is that weird shape on the 2D? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. I think I'm... Oh, hold on. I'm not done. Because it can't just float in space, right? It's got to have standoffs. Right? So... I mean, it will... This little triangle thing here will tend to hold it on all the switches, but I really need to have standoff material. So I need to have... I don't know, in at least 4 corners or something, maybe between all the keys, like little nubs, little buttons, right? So, and I need to, you know, the way I need to do it is I need it to be on the flip side. So I need to print it upside down. Hold on, let me see if... Okay, so I gotta extrude circles, and they have to be this height. And that's in inches, right? So that's 5 millimeters. So so that would be 3 millimeters. If this is 2 millimeter thick, that means we have 3 millimeters to go, right? So I need to extrude 3 millimeters up. Where to do it though? I mean, I guess the corners, right? Would be the easiest. All 4 of these corners, just extrude little circles. So hold on, how do we do that? Viewpoint top. Okay, and then let's move over to here and zoom in. Is it just adding? Can I draw on top of this? Oh, wait. I can do the same thing I did before where I do a binary operator. All right, so I can add I can make a peg and then just add it in. All right, so let's do that. So, and add mesh cylinder. I don't know where it added it. It put it over there. Okay, grab it and put it over here. So let's work with this cylinder. How big do we make it? Right now it's a millimeter by a millimeter. So how big do I want it? Maybe... Let's use the measurement tool and just kind of get a rough idea of how big to make it. So like, maybe like that big? Actually, a millimeter is probably pretty good. So that's probably the dimensions I want, except for... Actually, it's... yeah. View... I need to make a hotkey for this. I don't have a numpad. So it's the Z dimension that can't... It has to be at least 3. Let's make it 4. And we'll... Oh, it's 2 by 2 by... No, I want it to be 1 by 1 by 4. And... Actually, that seems rather small to me. Seems rather small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How far is it over there? That is 1 mil... Okay. Do I have these dimensions correct then? 5 millimeters? No, it's... Oh, I'm measuring to the wrong things. Shoot. It is 5 millimeters over there, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So I need it to be twice... I think I want it to be twice as big. I want it to be that big. Okay, so let's move it. I can really place it wherever the heck I want, right? So I could put a standoff there. Let's move it up... It needs to be moved up 1 millimeter, right? Because I need 3 millimeters, so... There. And then we'll do the binary operator. So, binary operator, or Boolean operator. And here we'll do a union with cylinder, apply. Cool, and then we get to move our standoff somewhere else. So check it out, I got a standoff now. So I need to put it in all 4 corners, really. Let's grab it and put it down here. And make sure that the Z is correct, so that would be 2, right? Yeah. Because it should poke out exactly 3 millimeters up. So then, click that. Boolean operator, union with cylinder, apply. And then move it over to here. I mean, it doesn't really need to be precise, right? Except for the Z dimension needs to be exactly 2. And then plate, add Boolean, union with cylinder, apply. Move the cylinder. Let's put it up here, I guess. And then put this to exactly to 2. Plate, Boolean, union with cylinder, apply. Cool, look at that. I got standoffs on it, so... I put the standoffs upside down, didn't I? Yeah. I'm gonna have to undo a bunch of stuff. It's gotta poke down, not up. Let's fix this, huh? Alright. So, if it's at 2 and I need to go down by 4, it's -2, right? Yeah, so it really needs to go there. Alright, let's do that again. So, plate, union with cylinder, apply, and then move the cylinder. I need to put it at -2. Okay, so grab it and just move it by X. And grab Y. Grab Y. Let's make it more precise viewpoint. Top. Okay, and then plate. But I forgot to hit apply before. Yeah, I didn't get the other one correctly. Okay, well, we'll do it again. All right, so grab it, move it over here. Or like there somewhere. All right, plate, modifier, Boolean, union with cylinder, apply, cylinder. Grab it and move it over here. Plate, add Boolean modifier, union with cylinder, apply, cylinder. Grab it and move it down here. Plate, add Boolean, union, cylinder, apply. It's not applying. I have to actually have the cursor over that when I do that. Okay, there we go. We got standoffs. That's probably good enough, right? I probably don't need any in the middle. When I do the real keyboard and I actually have like screw holes in this, then the standoffs probably need to be near this. I don't know. Probably need to be near the screws, but here I don't really care. So let's just delete the cylinder. And then save it. Export to STL. Export. And then slicer needs to, let's just delete. Load it back in. It's actually oriented correctly, isn't it? Oh no, I need to flip it upside down. So scale it by 1,000, but then we need to flip it, right? Because it's better to print the top and then have the holes pointing up. Right, otherwise it's going to have to add a whole bunch of supports and it doesn't make sense. So how do I flip it again? Is it this one? Which one? What does this do? That rotates it. I want to actually flip it. Object. Rotate around either X or Y 180. There we go. Now the little standoffs are pointing up. Cool. And then, so let's see the layers. So the bottom, so it's going to print that plate and then print, and then it's going to print the standoffs above it. Little circles. So it'll go 2 millimeters up and then all the way up to 5 with the standoffs. That sounds good to me. So then export G-code. Beep, beep. All right, I got G-code for it now. It looks good. Okay. Oh, Musin. Hello. I don't know at what point you raided me with a party of 6, but thank you for the raid. I'm designing the little plate that's going to hold the switches in place, and it took me forever to figure out how to do this. Hey there, Meme Clearbams. Stream schedule still kind of Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Yeah, kind of. If I really want to work on my hobby, I do stream on other days. Like I streamed yesterday and Tuesday, didn't I? Haven't I streamed like every day this week? Because I've just been really into this. And I probably stream over the weekend too. But around this time slot, so Pacific time, around 9 to midnight. So yeah, it took me forever to do this, but I designed this in Blender. This is a plate that's going to just sit basically on top of, or around the switches to hold them in place. On the final keyboard, we'll have something like this also, but with holes in it for screws to go through, and then actually what it'll be is the standoffs will be wider and they'll have holes in them for screws, and the screws will go into underneath the circuit board will be what do they call those, fasteners, so that the circuit board will be sandwiched between this plate and the case on like something on the bottom. At least that's how my corn keyboard is designed, and I took it apart, I looked at it, I'm like, that kind of like that design, it makes sense. We at least need this plate though to hold the switches in place, so I need to go 3D print this. I can't do that on stream. What else can I stream though? Oh, maybe I can fill in the missing 3D model here. I'm missing the 3D model for the USB connector here. See that? That's not there. Whereas I have the 3D models for everything else here. I didn't bother to print out the 3D models for the switches themselves or the keycaps, because I only really care for the PCB level for all the components on the back, all the components that I'm soldering, basically. You got a 3D printer? Yes, I do. I have a Maker Gear. It's pretty old, but I verified today it still works. So I guess what I can work on stream is finding the 3D model for this USB connector and then adding it to the footprint. So that would be back in the footprint editor, right? So at the project level, I have this USB, but it doesn't have a 3D model. And we see that here, right? That there's no 3D model. And I don't think I actually found it. So I think we're going to be searching for this. The part number I had though, right? Used to be 4085. Yeah, I think that's the part number. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I need to find a site that has a 3D model for this. A 3D model generator. I was looking through this before, and all of these sites, like, you have to sign up for it to get the model. So I wanted to try to, like, find a free version of it. Okay, I agree to cookies, why not? Yeah, what if I generate CAD? Is it going to have me sign in? Yeah, see, this one wants me to sign in. I don't want to do that. I want to find, like, if someone has already done it, that I could just get a copy of it. I don't know, let's see what DigiKey has. Data sheet. Sometimes they'll have, like, a CAD file link. Oh, here we go. CAD models. Oh, but it linked over to GCTCO. This is what we were just at, right? I didn't want to go there. I want a 3D model generator. This is what I just did, right? And it wanted me to sign in. Yeah, screw that. I don't like signing into stuff. What about these other links? No 3D model present. Okay. How about snap EDA? 3D model. Well, there it is. Can we download it? No, I don't want to sign in. Every site I go to will probably want me to sign in to get the dang thing, right? How about Octopart? CAD model. Apply. What did that do? Oh, that was just the search criteria? Can I just see CAD models for this? Where did that bring me to? Oh, here we go. Those are the ones we just looked at, right? And these probably have me log in. Yeah, we were just here, right? Forget that. What about this EE concierge? Yeah, I gotta sign in. Nope, not gonna do that. I think the trick that I did before was I searched other people's GitHubs, repos and GitHub for this. Can't do that on screen though, can I? Oh, I found someone who has it. Aha! I found it. How do I get the file? View file. Download. File. Save as. Cool, I think I got it. Where do I want to put this step file? CAD models. Cool, and then I just want to call it dot stepped, right? There we go. Okay, I grabbed one. So let's add a CAD model, a 3D model. Add. CAD models. Here it is. Let's see if it worked. It's loading it. It's taking a while. It is a complex model. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we need to rotate it along this axis. Okay. And then I gotta move it, right? It's gotta actually fit in the holes. So let's move it over. Wait, what? Oh, I'm doing scale. I need to offset. There we go. I gotta just move it in place, right? Hey, look at that. It fits. Almost. What's that little nub there? Oh, it's too close to the board, so move it out to there, I guess. Half of that, so like 1.75. Might be 1.7. 1.6? Oh, more. 1.8. 0.9. Okay. That's probably as close as I'm going to comfortably get it. I mean, that's pretty good, right? It kind of matches what I had on the silk screen. The through holes look good. I just need to go back and see, do I have a license to use this file? Let's look at their repository. Wait, they don't have a license file? I might not be allowed to use this. Well, shoot. I mean, I'm not releasing this, so maybe it's okay that I steal it from someone else's Git repo. Hey there, Striped Monkey. Yeah, I'm just getting some missing 3D models done. I think we're just going to say that that's good. So, all right, so then save. Now I'm wondering, do I need to update... save. Do I need to update the PCB, or is it automatically going to populate the 3D? I might have to because it's still not there, right? Yeah, so hold on. I guess I just pick the footprint and then update footprint. Update selected footprint. Reset 3D model. And then view 3D viewer. Oh, there it is. Look at that. It's white instead of silver, but I'm not complaining. Look at that. Looking nifty. That's pretty much what it looks like. Okay, let me get the other one while I'm at it. So, update footprint, update close, file, view, 3D viewer. Yep, looks good. Wish I could like rotate it and have the camera behave. Can I flatten that? Yes, just do that. There we go. I'm not very good with the camera controls. There we go. That's pretty much what it looks like. All right. Save that. Cool. Let me check this in. Close that. Close that. And close that. All right. Why do I have a blend and a blend 1? Anyway, the PCB files got updated. There's a new model. And that's the footprint got modified to have the model in it. Okay. Yeah, so that's a weird looking update, but that I think that added the that's weird. It should show like a link to the 3D model, the step file, right? I don't see it though. Anyway, it should be in there somewhere. I guess I can search for it. There it is. So the link to the step file. Oh, you guys can't see it. There it is. Step file. All right, so git commit add 3D model for USB-C connector. All right, I want to find out why I have a blend and a blend 1 file. This is plate left blend. Why do I have a blend 1? Is that like a backup? Let's just delete it. Beep beep. I don't need a blend 1. So blend an STL and a G code. Let's just check it all in. Git commit add model files for left hand plate. Git push. All right. Why USB-C? It's just an alternative. So today I have it connected with the USB-C connector, right? Some keyboards like the Korn use the audio jack, so a TRRS it's also called. But other people prefer USB-C. One reason for that is I can do this and not worry about shorting the board out. I can unplug it. Look at that. And then the left-hand side still works. Right? Because with USB-C, you're connecting all of the conductors simultaneously and you're not crossing any of them. See, it just works. So now I have both sides of the keyboard working. With the audio jack, it's more dangerous to do that because you have both power and ground sliding near each other. So it's possible to short out your board just by unplugging or plugging in the TRS cable. So everywhere that you read about it, they say never plug in or unplug the TRS cable while it's powered on. USB-C, though, I can do that forever and I never have a problem. The disadvantage of USB-C is that the through-hole soldering was a lot more challenging. There are a whole bunch more conductors, and they're much closer together, and so it's much easier to get solder bridges. But the flip side of that is that this USB-C connector is lower profile than the audio jack. It's also shorter, and I think the bond to the circuit board is stronger because there's so many more contact points that I soldered. Whereas this one, there was only 5 contact points. It's taller and it's a little bit longer. So various pros and cons, right? The TRS is easier to solder. It's a simpler thing. The cables are probably cheaper, but it's maybe not as sturdy, and you can't hot plug it. But USB-C you can. Yeah. Anyway, I populated both on here so I can play with both of them and see which one I like in the end. So I'm thinking for the final keyboard that I make, I'll pick one of these, but not the other. I'm leaning towards the USB-C, even though it's a more challenging thing to solder, for various reasons. Oh, one other disadvantage of USB-C is if you give the keyboard to someone, they might accidentally plug that into the computer, and I don't think it would actually break do anything bad to the computer, but it just won't work. That's for sure. All right, what else do I want to do today? I need to print that out and see if it actually works. It's past 11 for me anyway. Maybe it's a good time to stop streaming and I'll go print this, and then next stream, maybe tomorrow, I'll show that it's working. Sounds good to me. So let's see if anyone else is streaming right now. We'll go raid someone. Hope you guys enjoyed me struggle with Blender. Even though it's a struggle and it's not so fun, it can be frustrating. The final product hopefully will be that I have a nice little plate with standoffs that fits on this really well. Well, Straker's been raiding me. What if we raid Straker back? Yeah, I hope the print goes well too. I mean, if it doesn't, I have the model, we can tweak it and stuff, right? Straker's been really nice in raiding me, so we'll raid him back. He's, as always, giving out code help and advice while he's working on his various projects, so I hope you enjoy his stream, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll have this plate printed out to show off. So, till then, see ya. Take care. Bye.